Greetings, and welcome back to Phasmophobia. This episode we'll be doing a professional high school. I've already loaded in all of my equipment, and the description said that a previous team had failed, so this is going to be a difficult one. I guess that means it's more likely to be a violent ghost than a shy one. But it might just be sheer flavor text and have no actual impact upon the ghost generation or anything else. It's hard to say. High school should be a fairly good one. It might take me a while to locate the ghost. I'll be doing a sweep with a parabolic mic and a thermometer. If I don't find the ghost fairly quickly, then I'll set up sound sensors and monitor from the truck and probably flip through the cameras. But high school is actually one of my favorite maps because I do like the layout of it. Gives you lots of opportunities to get away from the ghost if you do trigger a hunt, and because it's a medium-sized map, the sanity drain isn't as severe as for smaller maps. And it has a decent amount of lights you can light up. There are still areas that are fairly dark, especially the stairwells. So having an upstairs ghost is sometimes more dangerous than a downstairs one.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating. And remember to check the whiteboard for help. There's been no reports of violence or sightings, but please remain careful.
Well, no reports of violence, but the previous team left and failed, so the crucifix objective again. Ghost event, photo of ghost. Daniel Davis responds to everyone. And I will probably forget the name by the time I get inside. Such is the habit of me. Parabolic. Alright, fuse box is on the left side, so I will start there. That doesn't really factor in whatsoever to where the ghost is going to be. It's just I like to check those areas first so that I can clear them if the navigate them easily if the breaker goes out. Wonder if the PA system will ever work in this. Right there, I thought it jumped up to 8. I heard something creak near me. Phone sounded above me. I mean, it could have technically been on the other side of the school, but I'm pretty sure it was above me. That light just flicker? I hear a footstep. Give us a sign. Actually, don't need to open the doors to check with the thermometer. Boy, that dropped quick. Alright, we have located the ghost room. Did I turn off this hallway light? No. I need to limit how many lights I have on. So that was a fairly quick location. Parabolic wasn't much help, honestly. It was mainly the fact the door, the ghost sounded a phone, and I was able to hear it from beneath it, and guessed right that it was above me. And then when I went up there, the fact that it opened the door after I walked past, because I actually didn't check the temperature drop by looking at the door like I normally do. But ghosts don't drop the temperature of a room just by being in it. They drop it by interacting with things. So it could be it just hadn't dropped significantly enough near the doorway until he opened the door. But that was freezing temps immediately. So we need to rule out demon fast. Do I have a motion sensor objective? No. So I'll bring in the book and a camera. On my next trip, I'll bring in the camera and the another camera and the spirit box, unless I already confirmed ghost orbs on my next trip. Yeah, when they add in spotlights, being able to set up tripods with spotlights to light up some of these dark areas would be rather nice. It's right across from the bathrooms, I think. So it's possible we might get dirty water. Unfortunately, I don't have a photo camera, so if it chooses to manifest right now, I can't take a picture. So maybe I will start bringing a camera with me on every trip. And rather than bringing in multiple cameras, because I think multiple cameras are actually more useful in teams, because as I said in a previous episode, usually it's more convenient for me just to move the existing camera around the room on a later trip, solo. So even though I tend to bring multiple cameras, I don't really make use of them in solo, so I'm just risking their loss for very little purpose. But as I've probably said before, the risk of death in this game isn't a huge penalty to me. I mean, right now if I lose, if I brought everything and lost it, I could still bring everything in my next mission without having to buy anything, and I've got enough money to replace this stuff easily. So we currently have freezing temperatures and a ghost orb. So that limits it to Mare, Phantom, and Udai. One of them is EMF 5, and the other is spirit box, and yet another is fingerprints. So actually, let me go ahead and take the EMF in. And once I get it in, now it's odd, the thermometer, the parabolic mic, you can turn on, switch away from, switch back, it's still on. EMF is deactivated every time you switch away from it, as is video cameras. So there's a little inconsistency in the state of gear being saved. And well, I've removed the possibility of demon, which gives me a little bit of comfort, since they're the ones that are most likely to hunt, because they have the highest sanity threshold. But Mare is still a possibility, who is the second most likely, just about tied with Jinn, since currently a Jinn can really tank your sanity. Okay, that's an EMF 2. So let's come back with the black light and check the door for fingerprints. And if that fails, we can bring in the spirit box. Oh, I didn't even check the book. But I don't think demonic writing is a possibility at this point. Or maybe it's EMF 5 that's not a possibility. Yeah, let me check the book. Maybe it's Udai gets ghostwriting. And another thing I've noticed is I tend to mislabel things. Like I say freezing breath instead of freezing temperatures, demonic writing instead of ghost writing. Yeah, I need to work on that. Book still looks empty. No, it isn't. So we have identified the demon. Oh, not the demon. There's another case of me misspeaking. We have identified the ghost. It's a Udai. Which, disappointingly, doesn't seem to have as huge an impact on the sanity as it would describe. Let's see. Ghost writing. Yeah, it says known to have a stronger effect on people's sanity. But from what I saw on the GitHub file from the guy who delved into the code, there's nothing in it specifically and no Udai specific activities that affect sanity. It has no multiplier on sanity drain from other sources, and no special ability to drain sanity. The one who actually has that is the Jinn. I don't even have the crucifixes in place, but I did witness a ghost event. And actually, let's just turn this into a high school speed run, since I've identified the ghost, and see how much you get for quickly identifying a ghost. But yeah, the Jinn has an ability.
Welcome back.
There we go, 130 for a fairly quick run. The Jinn has an ability to quickly drop your sanity if you're within 3 meters of it. And of course, the poltergeist, the more items it moves, the more your sanity is affected. The phantom drains sanity more if you see it than other ghosts when they appear. So right now there's nothing supporting the lore saying that the Udai has a greater effect on people's sanity. unless one of the things he did not include in the code, in his process of the code, was favored behaviors or favored activities. So it is entirely possible that UDI gravitate more toward doing things near the player that affect sanity. But if another ghost did the exact same behaviors, your sanity drain would be the same, it appears right now. Unless he overlooked something, some multiplier for facing them, like maybe a 5 or 10% increase in sanity drain with them. But that was a fairly quick run. Got $130 out of it. We'll call this an episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.